And last, finally, it's recorded. Thank you. Please attend throughout the meeting and kindly do not leave, only to enter again later. And finally, for the last time of this Rotary year, President Dinesh, I hand it over to you.
Thank you, John. Thank you. It's my now pleasure to bring the meeting to order. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Honorary members, Bhagwan, Pak Mohan, PDG Filbert Chain, past presidents, visiting DGN from RC Darwin, Sadaratnam, fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests, and charming spouses. Warm welcome to this final meeting of the year. How do we feel? It's okay, let's see how it goes. And I am quite delighted to welcome you in this final, or I would say grand finale. So I think I will just call upon past President Lipke to raise the toast for Rotary Club of Darwin, Australia, coupled with Rotary International. PP Lipke, please.
So you will be able to see, our table now. We have.
Thank you, President Dinesh. It is my pleasure to raise a toast today to the Rotary Club of Darwin, one of 82 clubs in District 9550, Australia, coupled with a toast to Rotary International. Rotary Club of Darwin.
Rotary Club of Darwin.
Rotary
International.
Rotary International.
Thank you all.
Thank you, PP Lipke. May I now call upon DGN Sadaratnam to just say a few words about your club or your district.
Thank you, President. Good evening, all Rotarians. You all seem to be a very happy mob. That's good to see. I am from the Rotary Club of Darwin. We are smaller than you people. We have about 58 members. I am the DGN for District 9560, which is an amalgamation of 950 and 9570. And the changeover for the new district governor is happening on Saturday. Now, given my passage towards DG for the next 2 years, I want to be a little bit different rather than doing the same thing over again. So I thought about sort of making it, after all, we are all part of RI in the same family. I thought of sort of making connections with countries near to Darwin. Singapore is, I have two reasons to make connection with you people. One is that you people are only 4 hours from Darwin. For me to go to Sydney, it takes 4.5 hours. So you are closer to Darwin than Sydney is. The other reason is I lived in Singapore for 4 years in 1975 to 1979. My lecturing career started in Singapore. I just retired as a professor of engineering from the Charles Darwin University. So the DGN is my retirement job. So I'm looking forward to that. At the moment, I'm not asking anything from you people. I'm just sort of making a connection, and I will keep the connection going. And I hope we will be able to work together sometime in the future. I'd like all of you to come to my conference when it happens in a couple of years' time. So I will send you an invitation too. Thank you.
Thank you, DG Ratnam. Thank you. I will just share my screen. Oh, Dr. Lipke, birthday celebrants. Past President Dr. Yap Lipke, 4th of July. We can say happy birthday now, a couple of days before. Don Dominic, 6th of July. Past President Philip Leong, please join me in wishing them very, very happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
P.P. Lipke, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wedding anniversary celebrants. Our VP Colin and Carol Miles. VP Colin, you are here?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
27 years. Cheers.
All the best wishes for your wedding anniversary. Honorary member, past president, Dr. Patrick and Lillian Chen. No, you're not here. Oh, Director Sonali and Vinny. Oh, they are here. No trouble.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Anniversary.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
Anniversary. Congratulations.
And the Vinit. Okay.
Thank you.
Toshi and Yuki Omiyama. Toshi, are you here? I didn't see you yet.
We shall have an update.
Once again, please join me in wishing them a very happy wedding anniversary. Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Announcement.
Announcement. I don't think there is an announcement.
I can
but
make one.
I have to make an announcement. Our honorary secretary today, she will be MC for this meeting. So you haven't seen an MC for a meeting. I think we want to be a little innovative.
It's my pleasure.
Please,
But,
Bridget, over to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much, President Dinesh. I think it will be a very small job. I think the other fellow Rotarians have a much bigger job to do than me. But as Irina mentioned to me, there is, in fact, a CSC meeting tomorrow evening for the first time led by Rotarian Peter Brook. And I'm sure all CSC members will know how to dial in and how to attend. I think that's because tomorrow is the first Thursday of the month, 1st of July. So now over to the proceedings of the evening for the first announcement. The first Rotarian I like to call is PP Stan Law, to welcome every guest and Rotarian and also to introduce our speaker today, who's none other than President Dinesh, who will reflect on the Rotary year 2020-21. Over to you, PP Stan.
Thank you, Honorary Secretary Bridget. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, I've been given this great honor this evening to welcome all of you to this wonderful, cozy meeting and to introduce someone whom we have seen on Zoom almost every week, but at least once a week this past 12 months without fail. I first met him in the 1980s in Bangkok through a cement plant project. He was working for Andreas & Hauser, an instrumentation and control equipment manufacturer. This project was a cement plant with lots of boilers. I was then working for Westinghouse Industry Group, selling oxygen analyzers for boilers. Boilers brought us together and kept our friendship always on the boil. In the early 2000s, together with First Lady Rekha, they started a company called DNR Process Solutions. Following his business concept of servant leader, they built this into a much sought after multi-million-dollar company. He joined our club in 1994 and distinguished himself by serving in various committees. Several times, he was invited to take on the presidency of the Club of Singapore, but he always said no, as he was not ready. However, he promised that when he can, he will. And that is what he has done. He is a man of his words. He used to tell me, changes and challenges gives you a chance to improve and do better. So when unexpected events happened this year, he and his board followed this mantra and took the chance, this opportunity to improve and make our club better. You know, he's our first totally virtual president, inducted virtually and handing over the chain of office also virtually. But he is not a mirage. Despite the lockdown caused by COVID-19, he and his board achieved so much to help the less fortunate, from India to Brazil, from Philippines to Malaysia, from Singapore to Indonesia. Here is a man who totally believes in service above self. He is well supported by an elegant First Lady, Rekha, who is a gracious hostess. Those fortunate Sunday morning jolly walkers, Rotarians, who had been served breakfast at their home, knows how gracious she is. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, may I now request you to please unmute your microphones. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to call upon our president to conduct his very last meeting this Rotary year 2021. President Dinesh Sharma. President Dinesh Sharma.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, PP Stan, my dear friend, for such a introduction, such a kind words. Even I didn't remember about our meeting in Bangkok, but I do it now. And yes, you being in Siemens and I being another German company, Anderson Hauser, we did meet. And it has been a great friendship throughout the year. And I'm glad that you did this introduction. I think this is the first time we had this. Thank you very much once again. And yes, it's a lively environment here to see charming spouses together with their Rotarian husbands. Lovely to see you all. And looks like we are going to hit another target or hit another record. 82 attendance is already there. Bridget is smiling. Yes, this is. And what can I say? I can say a lot, but I will try to be brief and so that we can enjoy the evening more. Dear friends, I think you are all my friends now. Formalities should be over very soon. Welcome to the grand finale of this Rotary year. It is a coincidence that first club meeting was held on 1st of July 2020. And the final meeting is today, 30th June. That means we worked 365 days of the year. I have been on a mission mode throughout the Rotary year. And the year has just passed. I hardly realized. When I received some messages after the 19th June installation ceremony, and also recently, I took a pause to reflect on the year. Let me share these messages which touched my heart. Good job, enjoyable Rotary year. Salutation from Betty and JK from past president JK Ong. I loved it. Enjoyable Rotary year. A splendid year completed in great spirit and conviction. Proud of you. PDG Ivor. You did so much and beyond our expectation. A phone call from PDG Filbert Chen. I was in a short Zoom meeting regarding the major project with Rotarian Frank Pao, who I understand, or I know he is the ex-president of Kowloon Club, said at the end of the meeting, President Dinesh, what you have done, it is difficult to achieve in 1 year. Friends, I'm not used to such generous appreciations. No, but it did motivate me to reflect on my journey as president of this great club. I would like to share it with you from the beginning this evening, but in short, in brief. It all started from late January 2020, when my team of directors on board were in place. My top priority was to formulate a strategy and plan. For that, I spoke to many senior Rotarians, past presidents, including PDG Filbert Chen and Pak Mohan. I got valuable feedback. In addition, past President Mohan gave me a 3-year strategy document prepared by senior Rotarians, which could not or partially implemented in last years. Besides, I got some ideas from PETS. PETS is a President-elect's training and reading President's manual from RI International. One of the clear tasks was to strengthen our club internally, to look for gaps and make transformational changes, implementational strategies, other reforms waiting for years. All these were known, but overlooked due to other commitments in past years. As my term as a president was only for a year, is for everybody, is only for a year, it became more important to formulate a mission to remain focused and have a credo as how to execute and achieve our goal. I stated both in my acceptance speech as a president a year ago and presented to our members during our club assembly on July 1, 2020. We followed our mission to strengthen our club and generate a lasting impact from our work and create inspiring experience to engage our members. We should do things which have lasting impact, which continue for long time. We had clear focus. Number one is to strengthen our club by streamlining administration and finance, growth in membership. Everyone told me that membership has to grow for different reasons. Enhance public image and PR, carry out reforms pending for years. Second one, to find and implement an impactful major project to serve the local community in Singapore while carrying out community services by our service committees. Third, innovative ideas to give inspiring experience to our members and engage them. Now, we have only 1 year and we got these 3 important focus. We can't do one after another. All are important. And I realized while carrying out these reforms, fixing gaps, I knew that our 4 established service committees, community service, vocational service, international service, and youth, were the interface with the communities providing humanitarian service. That is what Rotary stands for. We took the help of past presidents to advise in carrying out the mentorship of these committees. For example, past President Lipke became the mentor to ISC, together with past President Stan and past President Tapan, providing further support in specific areas or projects. All other service committees received support from senior Rotarians, past presidents, to ensure that we deliver our best to underprivileged and communities where needed. I'll come back to specific achievements later. I'm incredibly pleased to say that our team of directors delivered what we promised, and the year ending with outstanding achievements. Back to our journey. We started with restoring our club and service committees on Wednesday and Thursday. We separated them, and this worked quite well. We held up the weekly meeting sequence with robust record attendance and participation from many members and guests. Even today, we have record attendance, as I said previously. The pandemic allowed us to reach out to outstanding speakers around the world. Since February, we were able to return to once in a month to a hybrid meeting because of the limit of 50 members under phase 3 can be physically present at the time. But it lasted only for 3 months and we were back to only virtual meeting. But it was an experience with full house every time. And now I will share some slides to quickly go through what we did. So what came out from our mission was that we have to strengthen the club. We have an inspiring experience for the members engagement, impactful projects, and this fourth, it wasn't planned, but it happened, expand our reach. We being the largest club, we being the premier club, we being the heritage club, I think we have to be known. We are known, but if we have an opportunity, why not to be known outside Singapore? Administration. When I was looking at the our back-end office, from the feedback which I had, 2 of the past presidents told me, hire a consultant, pay him, and get things fixed. So I asked one of our treasurer, ex-treasurer, and who is very competent in accounts. I said, look, we would like to bring back the accounts from outsourced company to internal, to in-house, and have another person who is well versed in information technology. He said, President, this is my dream, but who will bell the cat? Oh, that's going to be difficult, is it? Well, we had a well-deserved, graceful retirement of Ivy. I must thank all the members for their generosity, and especially Park Mohan. It was his assurance, go ahead, and he helped. Today, Ivy is happy. She visits, I'm told, once in a month to our office and living well. And we have Linda Lim, accounts and admin executive. We are very lucky to have him. And both Bernie and Linda are a great team. And I'm sure I don't have to say, all of us know how the operations is, how we are delivering. Accounts transferred in-house, development of office manual covering efficient operation has been done. Thanks to our honorary secretary, chair of the club administration, Bridget. She has done a fantastic work, and it's available. Finance and sustainability. Accounts of 2020-2021 is live today. Means you can know what the status is now. Compared to last year, we did not have access to the accounts. We were not able to move further because we did not know. When we took over, we could see the accounts of August 2019, and it's recently been audited. Current account will be ready for audit in August 2021. That means in August, we'll give for audit. That is what I'm assured by our Honorary Treasurer, Manish. And in December, we will present to you all the members' audited account. Entire banking and payments are online today. When we had this lockdown condition from March, April, May, and even July when we took over, August, one of the major tasks of our staff, IV, and was to take a cab and go and get the check signed. We got the authority to sign only in November. Check signing, I was surprised that, you know, so much time is wasted, and in this COVID condition, they are going and getting it signed. Today, I'm sitting here with a token, can transfer money irrespective of what amount it is. Two of us, of course. The confusion on contribution, raising funds for different projects. We could find so many errors, entries that this money comes where, which project. We have a specific QR code for pay now, correctly identifies the contribution. If you pay on this QR code, automatically the money, our accounts knows which project it is. Imagine how much time will be saved. Rationalization of expenses. We looked into the expenses, bank charges. If you pay we have to pay with the efficient way, and I won't go into much details, but we can save up to $15,000 a year. We'll ensure the new board, led by P. Lewis, will be authorized in July itself. That means in July, they would be able to sign, to transfer money, to be in charge. And another piece of very important information which is not here is that I think some of you know already that in our accounts, we carry on for many years the balances, which sometimes we do not know whom we are going to pay or from whom we are going to receive. I'm told in 2016, the accounts were transferred to the new software, and the history was not there. It is only the amount. Today, we have already solved almost 80 to 90% of all these entries and errors, and I'm sure within a couple of days, because we'll continue until the audit is done, it will be pretty clear, and we will be able to start a club general fund. Today we have $400,000 in the account. Part of it or half of it is with service committees and half with the club fund. So that was another one. Membership. And I think this was very important. Right from the beginning, our strategy was to grow the membership. How do we grow? That was the question. You all know who is the helm of membership. It's VP Suresh Kirti, and he set up a committee and started working on it. I received an email from one of member, Sudhir Tak. I think he's not here today. He's a member. He wrote, and I don't know how I got the email directly, and I was sitting on it for a week. Being president, busy in a couple of things, no action was taken. Then I realized I passed it on to VP Suresh, that can you please look into it? Then came another email, and Suresh immediately went and spoke to him. Cut the story short, the Sudhir is on board. he gave all the Rotary information, and then we really said, hey, this is going to work. If somebody is coming or requesting or wants to be member, why not? And you see, we have 40 new members, a record. And this adds to vibrancy of the club. I do not have to say much. All of you know how energetic our VP Suresh is. Once somebody comes to him, he will go after, have coffee, talk to them on phone, whatever. I would recollect an incident. There was a international meeting, ISC meeting, and our ISC chair, Varun, he likes to make hybrid meetings. Sometimes he will have at Tolaram building, or he will have in PP Lipke's office in High Street. So it was in High Street. One of our member, Sean Lias, I think he's here. He asked me, President, how come you are having so many new members this year and not, I understand, not so much in the past? So I asked him, how did you come? How did you become the member? And he said, look, I wrote to your club about a year back, but I didn't get any response. And I wrote it now, and I get immediate response. And VP Suresh comes and gives me all the information I asked, and there I am. So I said, you got an answer. Process of recruitment, lead assessment, attraction, induction, assimilation, mentoring, engagement is all in place. Our VP Suresh makes sure, even for every event, even for meeting, he writes to all the new members, please come and attend, whether it's a service meeting or it's a club meeting. So follow up on prospective by presentation of club engagement up to the induction. This is in place. Third, public image and PR. I think I do not have to say how important it is. We have to tell our own members what we are doing, and we have to tell externally what we are doing. And here again, I would say another example of what PP Stan said in the beginning, and what I believe in, the changes are chances. Immediately, okay, even before my installation, one of our board member, who was the chair of the VSC, resigned from the club. It was nothing to do with us, but he resigned. So we had to find a replacement. And at that time, the public image and PR was assigned to 2 VPs part-time, and both were very busy, and they said, okay, we can advise, but we can't do. There is a lot of hands-on here. You upgrade all the update websites, social media, and all kinds of things. Well, I saw that an opportunity, a change, and I invited a very new Rotarian to our club, Sonali, to join. She was only 3 months in the club, and I checked with another PP, past president, who was mentoring, is a good friend of mine, and said, look, do you know Sonali? Why you are asking? I said, I want him on board. What? She has just joined the club, but she's okay. For what? PR. Hey, we have had PR every year, nothing happens. Now you see what happened. She came on board, dramatic improvement, public image, PR, both internal and external. We have a YouTube channel with all recordings of meetings and virtual events. We bring the vibrancy in the club, attracting new members through websites, social media. Reforms. When I was attending the PETS conference, they gave me a manual, and I see which are the committees, club committees. And he said, for a large club, this should be the model. It was all given there. When I looked at our SOP, it was completely different. There's no match. There it says the club service will have all these committees, which are the club committees, as subcommittees. I said, how this is going to work? We implemented, and that was in the new constitution. We implemented it straight away. I said, we will now change and upgrade to the new constitution and bylaws and SOP. We started working it straight away, but we started implementing from the beginning. We had 3 years strategic plan. We looked at it. I distributed to all our members, all our board members, look into it and see what is relevant today because it was a little old and we should implement. So implementation of 2019-22 club constitution bylaws. What constitution we have now is probably 2010. And this is not only for our club. In most of the clubs, the constitutions are very old. And if we are having the latest constitution, you will find the changes in the subsequent year will be very little every year. It will be very easy to change. So the whole process has been done. Members have approved, board has approved, it has gone, and RI has approved. RI has to approve again because we had to make some, add some clauses to comply with the local ROS, and we expect any time we will get. We don't have any adverse comment. Prioritize 3-year strategy. Most of it is being implemented as we go around. Third one is very important. Phyllis Charles Rudd Fund. This was again, the fund came to our club in 2005, I think. And when the interest rates were okay, we were getting some return, and in last couple of years, nothing. We have the processes, how this to be handled, and SOP, but all these are very, very strict. Committees to be formed, number of committees were formed, a lot of discussion happened, but this year we have made a decision that Phyllis Charles Rudd Fund will become Phyllis and Charles Rudd Memorial Endowed Fund, and it is it will be with the Rotary Foundation, and Rotary Foundation has the fund for 400 million, and they have the professional people, and they are going to manage this. I will not. So finally, decision has been taken. We do not have to, we have to just take the investment and the returns, which will be used for global grant. The process has been explained. I'll not go much into, but the decision has been taken. These were the areas that we have implemented and will continue in future. Inspiring experience. So what do we do? How do we bring the change in our meeting? How do we make the meeting interesting? How can we have the good attendance? Well, I think the weekly meetings were managed and planned. We, as I said earlier, we could get speakers, good speakers. We had a committee, speakers committee with Bridget and Suresh. Suresh was scouting for good speakers. Bridget is managing it, writing to them, making the plans, making the schedule. It is working, a team was working very well. Hybrid, as I said already, we had a hybrid meeting at Conrad Hotel. We revived the K.S. Mehta Award as a competition. We revived the youth exchange program with RC Colombo. And only just a couple of days back, we participated, participation of our interactors in the 4-way test debate. So again, some other ideas were generated. And one of them, which became very popular, was Kaifer, know your fellow Rotarians. Every week, we'll invite a Rotarian who will talk about himself. He will talk about his vocation. He will talk about his Rotary experience. About 33 or 35 members have already come on Kaifer. And we make sure there were new members, there were not so new members, and there were very senior members. And people were, I have heard that they were saying that, okay, let's attend a meeting today. Is PP Stan is going to be on Kaifer, or Rotarian Uttam Kripalani is going to be Kaifer. And we came to know a lot of new things about these very senior gentlemen. It's what's happening. This is again to give members what happened in the previous week so they know what's happening. This was very recent but becomes very popular. RIGs, Rotary Interest Groups. We said, let's make some interest groups. We are a club of 186, soon will be 200. It's getting 200 members engaged. Sometimes I think it will take maybe a couple of years to know everybody by names. We have to do something. So let's make interest groups. And today, within I think is only 1.5 or 2 months, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interest groups, blockchain, cybersecurity, and these are led by one of our Rotarians. That means today, if you want to start an interest groups, you can. I mean, this doesn't depend on the board or president or anybody. This is members initiative. You start and there is it. So we have a lot of technology or techies, they start blockchain. Blockchain is so, cryptocurrency is so popular, and then everybody wants to know what it is. Can we lose all the money, or we can make a lot of money in a day? We have Collins, he has been in blockchain expert. This was led by Tom, RCS Golf, Arts, it just started Arts and Event. Francisco started, I saw only just a couple of days ago. The Jolly Walkers, this is going on for a long time. Cyclist, Subhash Pritmani is leading it. Investments, very popular. And we told them, this is the group, don't advise anybody what stock to buy or what to sell. You can only share the knowledge. And I'm sure one day with this knowledge, we can tell the young students, our interactors, how they should invest. They should look, what is the investment for long term? A lot of us have made too many mistakes. We don't tell when we make the mistake. We only tell when we make money, but everybody makes mistakes. So cyclist, investment, fintech, this is all going on. And expand our reach, as we said. We did several events where we were involved in number of countries and many clubs. World Standing and Peace Day, of course, this was not new. It happens every year. Last year, we could not do it because it was because of the COVID. But because of the COVID, we have the access to the technology, Zoom technology. We could do this in a much bigger way. Rotarians we made a meeting at Conrad Hotel, and during the joint president's meeting, we generated an idea that let all the clubs have their WPD meeting in different places. They can have their dinner within maximum 50, some smaller clubs combined, and we'll connect them to Conrad Hotel where we are hosting. And our DG was able to address all the members, almost 450, and those who couldn't attend the meeting, they were physically attend the meeting, they were on the internet, very successful. Synergy Rotary Friendship Alliance. This is the alliance of 16 clubs from 14 countries. And RCS, our club, was the host. We hosted their meeting on 30th May. It was attended by almost more than 300 Rotarians from different parts of the world. And our Senior Minister of State, Dr. Janil Puthuchery, agreed to give a 5-minute address, inaugural address, where he spoke about how Singapore managed the pandemic and what is going to be the new normal in Singapore. Everybody liked his speech. We interacted with we had a panel of speakers from our, yes. And the last again is ICS, ASEAN, ICC, intra-country community. This is the brainchild of our PDG Philbert Chain, and the person who is working on it is past President Jimmy. What is our role? The role given to us was that we should get the resolution passed. That means Rotary Club of Singapore becomes the sponsor for this, the ICC, and which is going to be really one of the largest ICC in the Rotary world. I'm glad that we got the resolution passed by our board, by the members, and now by the district. So we remain as the sponsor of ICC. As I said in the beginning, we had set up all the club committees according to the latest constitution, club administration, and that was the behind what I've said. Club administration headed by Bridget, membership, VP Suresh, public image, Director Sonali, Rotary Foundation, PP Tapan, and the service established the 4 committees, ISC, BSC, CSC were there. And we put this structure in place right from the day one. So next was the impactful community project. We have revived the major project this year. And this is the Happy Rotary Kitchen Willing Hearts. Willing Hearts is volunteer-run charity, not affiliated. And I'm glad that we have already raised 166,000, maybe a little bit more, because this is a sustainable project. We have the opportunity to help them further, for example, digitalization of the delivery, for example. And we found that if we do it through FRCS, which is Foundation of Rotary Club of Singapore, our members get the tax deduction. So we agreed. I said, this is okay, but there's a provision that we can get a grant from Tote Board and the government, which is they match 1-to-1. We were not sure whether we will get it, but I'm glad we have. So every donor who contributes 10,000 becomes 20,000, and this fund, 166,000, will go to elder care, which is a project by FRCS. Projects by service committees. As I said, international service right in the beginning without COVID. What are we going to do? Look at the list. There's almost 13 projects by our service committees. If you see here, the disaster, we have responded very quickly for Sabah disaster, Malaysian flood relief, Lebanon disaster, entity floods, COVID projects, Bhakti Luhur, helped them when they were affected by COVID. Another RM10 projects, uniform donation, very important recent, this is not completed 100%. I think PP Mansoor initiated this India Desk project where we are providing 450 desks to the different villages in Madhya Pradesh in India. And I'm not covering here the global grant projects, which is another big number. Willing Heart, Food from Heart, these are the volunteering project. That means we had our members as volunteer once in a month and distributing food or working in the kitchen. So this we have exceeded. I think we thought we'll have 10 projects, but these are almost 13 or 14 projects here. Rotary Foundation Global Grants. Of course, we have Guru with us, Past President Shahul, who is also District Rotary Foundation Committee Chair, DRFC. We have record approval of 37 global grants with a project value of 2.54 million in 15 countries, out of which COVID-19 response is 13. I will not go into the details, but we are working on project as PP Stan, you said, from Brazil to Indonesia, India to
Indonesia
again. Thank you. And then there was another record of club donors here. We have one major donor level 3 this year, 4 major donor level 2, 43 PHF donors, and number of them are from the new members. Even we have new members on level 2. Total annual fund 152,255, highest in the district, and polio, 30,000, 13,000 collected, second highest in the district. Sorry. We do not have some more. There's some more information. I was a little busy today. This is all over on the chat groups by DG. I think we will be, he told me that our club is going to be #1 in major giving. We are going to exceed 3 million. Highest per capita contribution to the annual fund. And he also said that, look, in the month of July or August, he will visit with some banners. And I do not have the details. Probably P.P. Shaul, you have. You will not tell because you are also in district. He said that your club is going to get number of awards. And that will happen in August. I do not have the details, but this is from DG. So I do not know, but there are several first for our club. Well, this is all. Most important is people behind. That's our great team, right in the front. And I always put them on the top because they are the one who are interfacing with the community. Varun Gulati, Dr. Chansulin, Dr. Arina Franken, and Dr. Ganesh. So they are, and to help them to facilitate these projects, we have the support team of Manish, honorary treasurer. You have seen what has been achieved. Sonali Sinha, public image PR is already transformed, and Bridget, I don't know what I'll do without her. She has managing our meetings, our office processes, systems, all that. And not a good news is that she will be leaving. Anyway, I'll come back to that a little later. She will not be leaving our club. She will remain ambassador member. She's going back to Germany. So then our two VPs, Suresh, he is not only membership, but he advises me for so many other areas. We have a strategic committee, of course, that was not known to everyone. And our strategic committee is myself, Bridget, and Suresh Kirti, where we could make very fast decision. We can meet on a quick notice, and we have been doing it. And VP Colin is always there for me, and is having some plans of in future, maybe we could have complete process systems are digitized in our club. Let's see. And of course, I would have to really, this change was good. Louis Lim joins the board only about 2 or 2.5 months ago, and he has made the changes already. And here I am, a servant leader, facilitating the different programs, and our directors are busy. And then we have our Sergeant in Arms. He joined pretty late, Vinita Anger and John Philippi, who opened the meeting today, and he has been doing it all the time. Well, sorry, this should not have been, well, I give it back to Bridget, our MC, for the next
sequence.
Sequence, yes, sorry, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I will of course not sort of give the vote of thanks. That's sort of for later, but I think I was looking, as you know, I was looking at my watch. I was saying, wow, it's pretty long, but I think it's a summary of what happens in 12 months. So I think, as I can say, if I can make a personal statement, I think it was an absolute pleasure and a great sort of teamwork to work with this board, with everyone under your leadership, President Dinesh. And I think if we were not in this grouping of people, I think we would not have been able to achieve what we have achieved. So it was a great teamwork, and I absolutely enjoyed every minute of it. So, but for me now is to say that the president's report plus the thank you to the board members. That was one part, but I think President would also like to express thanks to a few members who also gave a great support. And I think this is how I now hand the word back to you, President, to do exactly that.
Thank you. Thank you, Bridget, giving me a pause for a few seconds. I'm back and I have already noticed that you have told me that you have been seeing your watch. Okay, now Thanksgiving can be a long process, but I think I would have to make it shorter. It was a phenomenal year, and I would like to express my gratitude and heartfelt thanks to everyone, to all members, for your support, your generosity in contribution, for attending meetings in this challenging and exciting year 2020-21. We could not have achieved without your unconditional support for making it successful. Thank you, dear members. For our board members, as Bridget said, that it has been a great teamwork. The real strength comes from my board. And thank you all the directors for being a wonderful team, for the great work you all have done with passion, sincerity, and hard work. You are the leaders in your own right. I have been a facilitator at every one of you is being admired by our members, and that is a real appreciation for you and even for me. Thank you. VP membership, I think everybody knows, and I would be a little brief now. And you're not only VP membership, but TRF. Suresh Kirti, for your amazing energy. You have created record in getting new members, engaging them. Even now, you are working with almost 10 new prospective candidates. Thank you so much for being in my leadership team. Thank you, VP Colin. You have conceptualized digital. I counted on you, and thank you. Thank you, Honorary Secretary Bridget. I have already referred a couple of times. She is the club administration chair for organizing all club meetings, speaker program, wonderfully streamlining of lining of office, so many other activities. How could I have done without you? Thank you so much. Sonali, public image and PR committee chair. Sorry, thank you. And you have transformed the public image and PR. You carried out public image and PR work quietly, but have put the system in place. Thank you. Rotarian Manish, honorary treasurer, you have put in the efficient accounting system, digital transaction in place. Accounts will be ready, audited on time. After many years, it's a dream come true. Thank you so much. Rotarian Varun, IC director, you started, sorry. The year thinking nothing much will happen during COVID-19 restrictions or movement and traveling, but at the end of ISC delivered maximum number of projects, helping in disaster relief, COVID affected people. You successfully raised funds throughout auction. Thank you so much. Dr. Arina Franken, CSC director, community service director, you successfully carried out 2 major volunteer programs, Willing Hearts and Food at Hearts. Even with your personal situation being away in New Zealand, you kept your commitment. Thank you so much. Suilin, our VSC director, you are carrying out double role as VSC director and chair for major project committee so diligently. You have always looking for innovative ideas of raising funds. I'm sure you will be an effective president in 2023-24. Thank you for being in my team. Ganesh Ramalingam, VC director, in spite of your busy schedule, as a successful surgeon, you have achieved many firsts in YSC. You helped in revival of KS Mehta Award Youth Exchange Program. Thank you so much. And thank you, our Sergeant at Arms, John Philip and Vinith. Vinith, my appreciation once again for producing not 1, but 4 videos for our important events. Thank you so much. You will be all my friends, and we'll meet for a nice dinner as soon as the rules are relaxed. And now, excuse me, just give me a second. I have to take maybe half a minute. Please bear with me.
I don't know what he forgot something. I don't know. So let's see.
Hope in the end we get time to thank President Dinesh as well.
Yeah, that is exactly. But we have one particular senior member who will be doing this, and then we move over to fellowship. So
I did not hear that. What was? I didn't hear that. What it is?
Okay, you don't need to right now. You don't need to write.
Okay, I don't have to know. All right. Okay, this is next is our very honorable member. Honorable and honorary member, Pak Mohan Vaswani, the icon of our club. Pak Mohan, I wish to thank you with our gratitude in acknowledging your support on behalf of the club. You have supported this year global grants in Nigeria and Indonesia. You have supported the global grants in India, especially in Indore and Nepal. Bhakti Lord projects, the Ujjain Desk project, many other ISC projects, the major projects, and we got a lot of support from ISHK Tolaram Foundation. You have provided free office space at Tolaram building for our Rotary office. Your contribution to retirement of Ivy was great, helped us a lot. You became an honorary member of Rotary Club of Shronkaj. And for making it possible for many meetings at the boardroom of Tolaram building. It's a great pleasure for me to give you this plaque.
Thank you. Thank you. You really don't have to do that.
No,
thank you, President Dinesh. Appreciate very much.
And I will be coming with some of our Rotarian friends to deliver this personally at your.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. You've done a great job.
Thank you, sir.
You have done more than anybody else.
No,
appreciate it very much.
Everybody does it, but thank you so much. Yes. We have another plaque for the director of Ish Tolaram Foundation, Mr. Raj Vaswani. He's not here, and I will also deliver this to him. Thank you. All right, now some more. And I said I am going to be pretty brief. And the honorary member, Bhagwan Melwani, you are an inspiration. PTG Filbert, always you are there to help, to provide, to guide. Past President Mohan Palyat, Mohandas, you have already supporting us, supporting me in constitution, bylaws, SOP, 3 years strategy. Thank you so much. PP Stan, you are the moral support, always with positive words, cautioning me in advance, mentoring our directors, helping our the service committees. PP Tapan, you have always come to the help when I asked. You have been the chair for Rotary Club Foundation Committee, Club Rotary Foundation Committee. Thank you so much, PP Lipke. You have always been there, and I really admire and appreciate the work you have done with FRCS in getting this matching grant. Thank you so much, Dr. Shahul. Thank you. Always you are in a hurry, but you give a quick advice whenever I have asked. And most important, on finalizing the Phyllis and Charles Rudd Fund. Thank you so much. PP Sajjad, you are not here, but you have done a tremendous, amazing work in being membership classification. As you know, today we have to be very innovative because we got a lot of people from technology field and doing a very different jobs. Rotarian Uttam Kriplani organizing essay competition for KS Mehta Award successfully, and you were on judging panel for the 4-way test debate organized by RC Colombo. Thank you so much. Tom Wolf, thank you for your support on major project, and you are there for us. We know it. To the past president, J.K. Leong, Parlita, Philip Leong, Jimmy, helping so much in giving Rotary information, mentoring new members, and also PP Stan. I mean, you have mentoring so many new Rotarians. PPs have been very busy doing it since we have 40 new Rotarians. PP Jimmy, thank you for your support to the YSC chair. Thank you, dear Bernie and Linda, for always being there to support me, to meet too many deadlines with a smile. I'll meet you soon to express my gratitude. There are some people who worked behind the scene and made significant contribution. One of them is, she could not come here, is my assistant, Miss Shauna, who could not attend today. And she works with Bridget, and she designed and produces the speaker's flyer every week in her spare time on weekends. Week after week, she designs and produces it. I have to mention here in brief also about the First Lady Rekha. She helped me in hiring our admin accounts executive, making a short list of 3 candidates out of 100+ applications. She used her experience working in our company as HR and convincing Linda how good it is to work in a Rotary where new president and board takes over every year. There were 3 candidates who refused to join because they say, hey, my boss changes every year. So she did a great job. So I have to mention this. Please forgive me if I have not mentioned many names, and I thank everyone from my heart for all the support, and thanks especially the member of the club. You have been there to support me and my board. Thank you so much. Back to MC.
Yes, I think now we come to the final official part of this meeting, and now it's time, after all your vote of thanks, to invite none other than past President Paliat Mohandas to give a vote of thanks from the members, and we will move over when we have fellowship where everyone else, of course, can speak up and also sort of say a few words. But now, PP Paliat Mohandas, please.
Thank you, Bridget. President Dinesh, fellow Rotarians, and guests. If there are any guests, I don't know. However, I want to do this properly, a proper vote of thanks. And so I will go through, I will take about 10 minutes if you don't mind. Okay, I felt greatly honored and privileged when PDG Philbert Chin asked me to give this vote of thanks to President Dinesh. What an outstanding year President Dinesh and his board have had. Why unique here? Because so many innovative ideas were introduced at the beginning of the Rotary year. With the pandemic devastating communities around the world, the opportunities for service looked a little blurred, so to say the least. But indeed, our club lived up to the Rotary theme of Rotary opens opportunities. Let us look a little bit at some key accomplishments and see how Rotary actually opened opportunities. Starting with the installation of President Dinesh and his board in June 2020, almost everything was virtual. Only 3 physical club meetings were held, starting with the World Understanding and Peace Day on February 23rd this year. For this WUPD, 22 Rotary clubs of District 3310 were connected on Zoom, whom DG Rajamohan addressed from our club's meeting. Proof that with innovation, adaptability, and being proactive, many things are possible. Even without physical meetings, 40 new Rotarians were inducted, a record for at least the past 30 years, as far as I know.
VP Suresh needs to be applauded for this dedicated effort. Now, they are mostly younger members who genuinely want to serve the community through our club. Okay, with so many new Rotarians, there was the opportunity to introduce Kaifer every week, Know Your Fellow Rotarian, involving both new as well as older Rotarians, whom we did not know enough about, be it their contribution to society or their personal and professional achievements. Now we know. To keep our new and other Rotarians engaged and interested in this era of social distancing and no mingling, innovative ideas emerged in the middle of the pandemic, such as Rotary interest groups, RIGs, cyclist group, golfers group, investors group, jolly walkers, which came out of the end polio walks, blockchain group, each led informally by an interested Rotarian. Internationally, this year, our club went beyond the traditional realm of activities. For example, hosting Synergy Asia, a friendship alliance involving 14 countries, participating in JWD group of Rotary clubs, which were chartered by J.W. Davidson in the 1920s, and we are one of them. The ASEAN inter-country community in 9 countries with 35,000 Rotarians. So all these are new areas. A significant improvement in club finance was to transfer accounting back in-house from the outside accounting firm. Public image and PR, as we heard, enhanced with a new club brochure and by fully leveraging social media platforms and recording our Zoom meetings on YouTube. All these attracted new members to our club. In terms of streamlining club operations, President Dinesh and Honorary Secretary Bridget worked hard to get the Constitution 2019 adopted by our club and then approved by Rotary International and Registrar of Societies. RI has approved, ROS approval is expected soon. The bylaws of 2019 were adopted and a major portion of the 3-year strategy was also implemented. The 3-year strategy recommendations as accepted by the board are to be folded into the final SOPs. In line with the 2019 Constitution, 4 club committees were established at the very beginning of this Rotary year, namely membership, club administration and finance, public image, and Rotary Foundation, in addition to the traditional 4 service committees. 37 global grants were approved in the year with a total project value of over $2.5 million, in which 15 global grants were COVID-19 around the world, a true bumper year for global grants. The Phyllis and Charles Rudd Memorial Endowed Fund, as President just mentioned, has been approved for transfer to TRF for better earnings and for humanitarian assistance. Now, all of which I just described are totally new initiatives. That is an important point. Undertaken by President Dinesh and his board, achieved as a result of dedication and focus. Okay, the major project for the year is to provide kitchen equipment at Willing Hearts, a charity run by volunteers called Happy Rotary Kitchen, in order to enhance capacity to 20,000 meals per day from 8,000 today for the underprivileged and the needy. Under the able leadership of the 4 service committee chairs, the committees CSC, VSC, IAC, and YAC were very busy with their own impactful community projects. The K.S. Mehta Award essay competition was revived, led by Rotarian Uttam. President Dinesh signed an MOU with the Saw Sui Hok School of Public Health of NUS for interactors and Rotaractors to be trained as public health ambassadors to overcome COVID-19 hesitancy. Above all, I would say that the spirit of volunteerism has triumphed, be it at Food from the Heart, or at Willing Hearts Kitchen, or Rotarians donating blood, or COVID-19 responses in India, Brazil, and ASEAN to provide PPEs, oxygen plants, masks, etc. The club was also a recipient of many district awards for community service, vocational service, public image, international service, and Rotaract, only made possible by the strong leadership demonstrated by President Dinesh and his team, in line with the servant leadership promised by President at the beginning of his term. In conclusion, there were a few certainly unforeseen events besides virtual meetings, like the unexpected resignation of P.E. Me Lee for personal and family reasons, and that of her board. This necessitated the rapid constituting and of the nominating committee by the president, and P.N. Louis Lim was elected PE in record time. I would be remiss if I did not mention the great support rendered to President Dinesh by First Lady Rekha, who constantly interacted with the Rotary spouses, including today, and generally supported President Dinesh overall. I want to end by wishing incoming President Louis Lim and his board the very best. Once again, thank you, President Dinesh and your team. Please take a bow for an outstanding year. As we are not able to give a standing ovation because we are virtual, can I ask fellow Rotarians to unmute and please join me in giving President Dinesh and his team a thunderous applause.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. President Dinesh and First Lady Rekha.
Well done, well done.
Very
Well done, well done.
Good job.
Fantastic.
Well Thank you. Thank you so much, Mohan. I think, I'm just the interact between PP Mohan, and then I hand over to President Dinesh to conclude and then formally close the meeting at some point so that we can move over to some fellowship and then maybe invite a few other Rotarians who want to share a few thoughts as well, more in an informal sort of spirit. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bridget. And thank you, past President Mohan, for your vote of thanks. And I think what I have said and what you heard from PP Mohan, I do not think that we have to say anything more. And but still for 2-3 minutes, I would like to share my screen. Again, but don't worry, it's not. I'm not going to give another speech. Please, yes, sure. Yeah. Okay. First is some announcement. I think I still have to do this duty next week. Meeting on 7th of July, 2021. This will be the first meeting or first club assembly. And I'm told that there'll be a club assembly in 2 parts, 7th of July and 14th of July. And club assembly is only for members. So let's conclude. And in conclusion, I once again thank you everyone. Enjoyed the year together with you. Fantastic attendance. I wish some more would have come. I'm sure they have missed something. And I would like to really, I would like to now thank P. Lewis to be part of my board for a few months, and he has already made a difference. We communicate so well, and I wish him all the best to have an enjoyable year, and I'm sure that he's going to get all the support. So there, and now, please, I think let's enjoy even for 1 minute. I'm sure that some of us have the wine glasses, or so I would like to raise a toast for our wonderful club. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And now, now please get ready for something. And put on your dancing shoes if you have.
I don't.
Okay, you can dance from the upper part only.
Exactly.
But you have to do it for a minute and a half.
Oh dear.
And there it is.
Can we stop sharing the?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think. Shall we stop the recording or shall we record that? Let's record it. I think it's fun.
Let's record it. Yes.
Can you
unmute that? Can you
We don't
withdraw
hear
that
anything,
screen?
President. What's going on?
The music.
Music.
The music, right? The music.
I think
They are
on screen only
cheering.
for them, is it? They can hear.
Only them. President,
Yes.
Can't hear the music.
we only see you moving, but not you.
Okay, okay. Hold on. You can hear.
Cannot.
Can you please
Okay.
withdraw that screen? Ah, there we are.
No, I will get it. I
Okay,
made
let's dance, yeah.
very small mistake, and you will hear now. I have over 1 year. I have become little expert on Zoom.
Absolutely. Now he's sharing again.
Because the music is embedded.
So I will have to repeat it 1 minute only. And
No, I think it's fine.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Wonderful year.
Jai Ho.
Jai Ho.
Jai Ho.
Jai Ho.
President, good job.
Now I would thank you
Hey,
so much.
Jai.
I will close the meeting, and you're most welcome. Please stay on for a fellowship for a few minutes. And I don't have my bell today because there's not going to be another meeting conducted by me. So I would close the meeting now. And please continue for the fellowship for a few minutes.